Good evening, all. Welcome, all of you. Welcome all the new students, especially because today onwards, many students are starting the course because we are starting a crash course version of the course also from today. Complete course version already is running. Many students are already attending the complete course. And as a crash course, we have redesigned the course for the students who are about to start your UPSC CSAT preparation. So welcome all of you. If any of your friends want to join this course also, let them know that the course have started. So the missed lectures, they can watch us recording. So this will be the, this is the idea of the crash course. There will be 30 live lectures and 33 recordings. So that recordings you can watch from now. So what I will suggest you is daily watch one live lecture and one recorded video so that you can complete the topics in the next 30 to 50 days itself. So 1 hour, less than 1 hour lectures every lecture. So that won't be a burden. That is why we have designed the course such a way that less time you can get maximum outcome. And the whole UPSC CSAT, all topics will be covered in depth in this course. That is quantitative aptitude, reasoning, and comprehension. All areas will be covered in depth. So this is the schedule. And complete course students, the recorded only videos means that is the lectures that you already have attended. And reasoning also many of you have attended, but for the crash course students, reasoning will be taken again as live lectures. So this is the schedule. We'll wait for 1 more minute because new students may take some time to understand how to log in the course and all, as it is their first class. So we'll wait for 1 more minute. So I'll come in a minute. Okay, so let's start. Welcome all of you once again. Welcome to this course. New students, if you have any doubts regarding how to interact in the class or anything, there is an option to ask your doubt through the chat. There is an option to ask your doubt through the raise hand feature. The raise hand feature means that is how you can ask your doubt through the audio. Once you click the raise hand, I will get a request that you are using raise hand. So when I accept it, you can ask the doubt through the audio also. So that is one feature. And through the chat also you can ask. That is up to you how you ask your doubts. And along with that, there is separate, like last 10 minutes of each lectures are devoted for your doubt clearance. So use that also for your doubt clearance. I know many of you have joined, but due to time constraint and all, you are watching recording. So if you are watching recording, what I will suggest you is note down all the doubts. There will be 5 separate doubt clearing sessions in this course. 5 separate doubt clearing sessions. Attend that doubt clearing session and clear your doubts. But I will recommend, if possible, attend the classes as live lectures itself. This will be the schedule. Today we are starting geometry. Geometry, there will be 2 lectures today and 1 more lecture. Then speed, distance, work and time unit, there will be 3 lectures. Reading comprehension, 5 lectures. Then we will be taking reasoning, 18 lectures. Then tips and tricks for exam, shortcut methods, etc. These all are lectures you will be attending live. Along with that, 5 lectures as doubt clearing sessions. And crash course students, these are the lectures that you have to parallelly watch as recordings. If you are non-math background student, I will strongly recommend you to watch this Math Foundation video that is available as recordings. Math Foundation means there I will be teaching you how to, means that is a recorded video. I have already taught how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, squaring, percentage, etc. faster, because some questions need that. For non-math background student, that is highly recommended. Math background student also, that speed matrix will help you in some questions. And LCM, HCF how to find, or linear equation how to solve. Those basic math, if you have forgotten, also in these 3 lectures, I have covered that areas also. So for a non-math background student also, this course will help you well to clear UPSC CSAT. And then number system 11 lectures are there. That also is available as recordings. Algebra, permutation, combination, data interpretation, clock and calendar. These lectures you have to watch recording. So what I will highly recommend is daily 1 hour you spend for watching the recorded video. And live lectures every week, 3 to 4 lectures only will be there. 3 to 4 lectures. So that we can easily, comfortably complete the live lectures in the next 30 to 50 days. So for the complete course students, for the first batch students, we will be completing the lectures by this month itself. After that, next month, reasoning lectures will be taken again for the crash course students and the second complete batch students. So that is how the course will proceed. If there is any doubt regarding the schedule or anything, please mention it in the chat. New students especially, are you all clear about the schedule and everything? And in case you are not aware, you can ask, attend the class not only in mobile, you can attend the class in laptop also. This is the website, christysclasses.in. With your registered mobile number in the app, you can log in this website and attend the class through the laptop also. Study materials are also provided in a study material folder. There you can find class notes, practice worksheets, etc. of each of the classes. The upcoming classes materials will be uploaded in the upcoming days after the classes are completed. And mock test will be there. 10 mock tests will be there as part of this course. That 10 mock tests will be there after all the topics are completed, because that is full-length mock test covering all the areas of quantitative aptitude, reasoning, and comprehension. So that is the idea. So let us start today's topic, geometry. So some of you who are totally new to the classes, for each topic we have created flashcards, so that will help you immensely before exam to revise all the things we are learning in the course. So through the flashcard itself, I will be explaining the concept, so that flashcard revision, it will be easier. Okay, let me tell you today's topic, geometry. Geometry is a topic that in UPSC CSAT, the number of questions from this area is comparatively less. That does not mean they will not ask. In 2023, multiple questions were there. In 2024, direct questions were not there. Indirect 1 or 2 questions were there. Geometry means geometry and mensuration. Mensuration means perimeter, area, volume related question. As the number of questions were less, that is why we are devoting only 2 lectures for this geometry area. But in that 2 lectures, there are very many different areas of geometry to be covered. So what is most important in geometry, that is what I'm going to teach you. So these most important things, please be clear about. Geometry, there are many things. For example, lines, dots. I mean, what is a point? What is a line? What is a line segment? What is ray? But that all are not relevant for UPSC. When it comes to line, there is an important thing called parallel lines and transversal. Na? But direct question related to parallel lines and transversal also was not asked in UPSC. But this idea can help you. So for that, I have given this flashcard. So more important in UPSC is polygons. So we will start our discussion with polygons. So what is a polygon? Polygon is a closed figure which have 2 or more sides and which have 3 or more sides and 3 or more angles. For example, triangle is a polygon which have 3 sides and 3 angles. These all are quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral means 4-sided polygon. Square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium, all are 4-sided polygons. Then pentagon means 5-sided polygon, hexagon means 6-sided polygon, heptagon means 7-sided, octagon means 8-sided. Yeah, at least till octagon you should know the names of them. because in the question they may only say given an octagon. So they will not say octagon have 8 sides. So you are supposed to know. So at least till octagon, you should know how many sides are there for that polygon. Now, sum of interior angle of a polygon, this concept also it is good to know. For example, I hope you remember sum of interior angle of a triangle is 180 degree. Sum of interior angle of a triangle is 180 degree. This you have learned in school now. If you have forgotten, yes, you have learned this in school. So that property is only for triangle. So what about quadrilateral? Quadrilateral sum of interior angle will be 360 degree. Whatever be the quadrilateral, sum of interior angle of a quadrilateral will be 360 degree. For that, you have a generalized formula. N minus 2 into 180 degree is the formula, where n is the number of sides or number of angles which are equal in all the cases. Sides and angle are equal in a polygon. Sides means number of sides and number of angles are equal. Square have 4 sides, 4 angles also. So, for example, triangle 180 can be derived using this formula also. For triangle, how many sides and how many angles? 3 sides and 3 angles. So, n is 3. So, 3 minus 2 into 180. That is 3 minus 2, 1 into 180, 180 degree. Sum of interior angle of a triangle is 180. Similarly, square. Square have 4 sides now. So, 4 minus 2, that is 2 into 180 degree. 2 into 180 degree is 360 degree. That is how square sum of interior angle is 360, we can say. And rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium all have 4 sides itself. So that all will have 360 degree as a sum of interior angle. But for a pentagon, sum of interior angle is 540 because 5 minus 2 into 180 degree. Please respond. Is this idea clear to all of you? Sum of interior angle of a polygon is always n minus 2 into 180 degree. New students, please confirm, then only I will be clear whether you are understanding the concepts properly. In geometry, there are plenty of formula, but the very minimum formula I will ask you to learn. So this is one formula I will suggest you to learn, n minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay, so that is clear. So there are many other formula, exterior angle formula, these things and all. But basically, first you learn this one. Now with questions, I will explain what else you need to learn. Especially for a non-math background student, I don't want to burden you with too many formula. Yeah, some other chapters I will ask you to learn more. Maybe clock problem, there is 2 formula you have to learn. In speed distance time, there are 2 concepts you have to learn. In number system, there are formula you have to learn. So all together, total about, geometry, there is another area of geometry, mensuration. There are few formula to learn. All together, 10 to 20 formula, not more than that is needed. All together, CSAT together. But maybe another teacher may say that you have to learn about 50 formula. That is not necessary. In this course, what I will be using is more logic, less formula approach. So minimum some formula you have to learn, but other things you can replace by logic. For example, permutation combination. There is a way that you can learn using formula, but there is a way that you can learn with logical approaches using a very simple concept called fundamental principle of counting. So that way I will be focusing more. So, but in geometry, this formula will be needed. Okay, so this is clear, I guess. N minus 2 into 180 degree, and the names of these polygons, I hope it is clear. What is a square? What is a rectangle? Square, all sides are equal. Rectangle, all angles are equal, but all sides are not equal. So, by the way, square is called a regular polygon. Rectangle is an irregular polygon. So I will explain about that also. What is regular polygon and irregular polygon? Because in some questions, you may see these terms. Given a regular hexagon. So there, if you don't know regular, you may be confused about that question. So regular means it is equilateral and equiangular. What is equilateral and equiangular? Equi means equal. Lateral means sides. So all sides are equal. That is called equilateral. All angles are equal. That is called equiangular. For example, equilateral triangle means what? All 3 sides of the triangle are equal. And equilateral triangle are equiangular also. That means a polygon which is equilateral and equiangular are called regular polygon. For example, equilateral triangle is regular because all sides are equal, all angles are equal to 60 degree. Square is a regular polygon because all sides are equal, all angles are equal to 90 degree. But rectangle is not regular because even if it is equiangular means all angles are equal. All these angles are equal 90 degree, but all sides are not necessarily equal. Opposite sides are equal, but all sides are not necessarily equal. Scalene triangle. Scalene triangle means it's a triangle whose all sides are unequal, all angles are unequal. These are examples of irregular polygon. Yeah, in our course, I will be connecting things like this. So, one second. Okay. Speaking of triangle, there are different types of triangle. Equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle. At least these three you should know because they may use the terms in the question. Given an equilateral triangle or two equilateral triangles are joined. So equilateral means all sides are equal, all angles are equal. What is isosceles? Isosceles triangle means two sides are equal, third side can be unequal. For isosceles triangle, there is a property, angle opposite to equal sides are equal. If these two sides are equal, these two angles are also equal because they are opposite angles of these equal sides. So that is an isosceles triangle. For scalene triangle, all sides are unequal, all angles are unequal. So it is extreme opposite of equilateral triangle whose all sides are equal and all angles are equal. Is this clear? These three are not very important. Right angle is important, but I will come to right angle separately. We will discuss. So at least these three triangles you should know about. So I was telling about regular and irregular polygon. Their scalene triangle came. That's why I deviated to triangle classifications. Once again, I'm reminding geometry is a topic where the topic is so vast, but the number of questions from this area is so minimum. That's why spending too many lectures on this topic is counterproductive in my opinion, because you are wasting a lot of time on a topic that asked very rarely. But spending 1 or 2 lectures on this topic is important because if question comes, you should be able to get idea about it and solve it if the question is easy. Yeah, new students, that is a strategy. Out of 200 questions, you don't have to score 100 out of 200 or 150 out of 200. You just have to score 66 mark out of 200. So the choice is very important. Choosing the right question is very important. So what I will suggest you is have an overall idea about all the topics. Learn the basic ideas of all the topics and choose the easy questions only from all the topics. Then you don't have to worry about. For example, geometry, seeing an area like this area is difficult for me. Don't worry too much about it. Invest some time on it. After that also, if you feel it is difficult, it's okay to skip that area, but only after trying it. Many people ask me, suggest me few areas from which questions are asked more. That I will suggest you, but I will recommend you have an overall idea about all areas, because sometimes from the seemingly difficult topic, they will ask silly question. For example, a person thinking that permutation combination is a difficult topic. From that, they can ask very silly question. Number system is a difficult topic. Then from that also easy questions can be asked. So what I will suggest you is have an overall idea about all chapters, then have the choice, power of that choice in your hand of choosing the easy questions from it. Because technically speaking, you only have to try you only have to make 1/3 of the total question. That means out of every 3 questions, you are supposed to correctly do 1 question and skip 2 other questions. But ideally, you cannot do that. You cannot go for dream for a situation where all the questions you try is perfectly correct and you don't get a negative mark. That's why you have to target for 40 to 45 questions. Out of 80 questions, 40 to 45 also, that means you are attempting half of the questions only. That means you have ideally a situation of skipping almost half of the question. So that power of choosing you should have in your hand. For that, don't skip an area completely. I see many students making the mistake that I will only prepare quantitative aptitude and reasoning. I will skip comprehension. That is not a right strategy at all. Because in comprehension also you can get few questions which are so silly. All comprehension questions are not difficult. Many of them may be difficult, but few of them will be very simple. So attempt comprehension also. Choose that easy question. In our course, we'll be discussing 5 lectures on reading comprehension. There I will teach you that how to smartly choose the question and use some strategies. In some questions, the strategies is so dependent on option that even if you don't read question more in detail, also it's okay. The options will eliminate itself and give you the correct answer. So what I'm trying to say is all these areas you learn. That's why in this course, every video is less than 1 hour, so that in the 60 lectures, you can cover all the topics. So invest 60 hours at least for crash course or on UPSC CSAT, and few more hours on practice, definitely. By that, you can easily clear CSAT. That is the confidence I want to give you all, especially the new students who have joined recently. Coming back to our topic. So geometry, as I have told, too many areas, but basically polygons, regular and irregular polygon, have an idea. There is other ways, convex, concave, that is not very important. So the important things I will tell in the class. Other things, if you want to read in the flashcard ebook, you are provided with the ebook of the flashcards where 100 flashcards are there. You can go through all those flashcards. But what I teach in the class, note it down that these are areas. Again, spending too much time on note preparation, I don't recommend you. Especially if you feel that you are fed up with GS1 preparation, that the time is not enough for GS1 preparation, then don't spend too much time on preparing notes of CSAT. Because anyway, you are not going to publish the notes as a book or anything. Your preparation, if it is helping, notes preparation is helping your preparation, that when you're writing, you remember things, then go for it. Otherwise, don't prepare notes. That is my recommendation. Because I know few students who, when they write things, they learn faster. Then go for note preparation. Otherwise, don't go for note preparation. Like the flashcards, I have prepared it that keenly that without writing down, through this flashcards itself you can revise things, or maybe few things you have to note down which are most important. I'm telling, note down that things only. Writing all the things I'm telling in the class, all the things I'm showing in the flashcards, that will take too much time. That's why, especially if you're preparing for May exam, you don't have that much time. So don't go for note preparation unless note preparation help you to remember things. Okay, so now triangles is an important polygons. Triangles, you should know some basic properties of triangle. One property is sum of interior angle, which you already know. Now there is another property called exterior angle property. This angle C is an interior angle. Na? The remaining angle is called exterior angle. If you extend that line, remaining angle means a straight line angle is 180. So if this angle is angle C, remaining angle is 180 minus angle C. So that angle, this exterior angle have a property that exterior angle will be sum of interior angles. Sum of opposite interior angle. This A plus B added will be angle D. So that is exterior angle property of triangle. Now sum of two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. This property also, direct questions were not asked from this, but this is a good property to remember. If X and Z are two sides, that two sides added will definitely be greater than third side. Not equal, it should strictly be greater. Now X and Y added will be greater than Z. Z and Y added will be greater than X. Two side sum will always be greater than the third side. So that also, if you possible, remember them. Now, X, Y, Z, if these are the three sides, if X is greater than Y is greater than Z, their opposite angles also follows the same comparison. Opposite angle means X side opposite angle is C, Y side opposite angle is B, Z side opposite angle is A. So X opposite C, Y opposite B, Z opposite A. Then if X is greater than Y is greater than Z, their opposite angle also follows the same inequality. That is angle C greater than angle B greater than angle A. Or another way of saying that is, if X is the largest side, C will be the largest angle because C is opposite to X. If Z is the smallest side, then A will be the smallest angle because A is opposite to the smallest side. That way also you can interpret it. Then this is similarity condition, not much important in UPSC CSAT purpose perspective. When question comes, when needed, I will explain about it. Now, right triangle. This is a topic that is needed not only for this chapter, for other chapters also this can help you. Especially distance and direction, which is a reasoning chapter, which we will be coming to after few more lectures. Right triangle, what is right triangle? I hope all of you know. One of the angles should be 90. And that angle's opposite side is called hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Now, this base and height and hypotenuse have a relation. What is the relation? Base square plus height square is equal to hypotenuse square. So, a right triangle satisfies this property, and if a triangle satisfies this property, that will be right triangle also. That is the converse of this theorem. Now, for a right triangle, the sides that satisfies this property is called Pythagorean triplet. For example, if this base is 3, this height is 4, then this will be 5, because 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square according to Pythagoras theorem. So this 3, 4, 5 is called Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. That means a triplet which satisfies Pythagoras theorem is called Pythagorean triplet. 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 8, 5, 15, 17, etc. Now, some of you may be thinking, why I have color coded this as red and this as green? Why a separation? Because these are Pythagorean triplet created from, for example, 6, 8, 10 is double of 3, 4, 5. So this 3, 4, 5, I'm calling it as primitive triplet because they have no common factors. 3, 4, 5, no common factor. But 6, 8, 10 have a common factor 2. Or in other words, 2 into 3, 4, 5 is 6, 8, 10. That means 3, 4, 5 multiplied by 2 is 6, 8, 10. 3, 4, 5 multiplied by 3 is 9, 12, 15. So multiplying by any common number, you can create another Pythagorean triplet. Multiplying the primitive triplet by any common number. Scaling any Pythagorean triplet gives another Pythagorean triplet. That is that property called. Is that clear? What is Pythagorean triplet and how you can create infinitely many Pythagorean triplets by just knowing one triplet? 3, 4, 5 will create infinitely many Pythagorean triplet. Multiplied by 2, another triplet. Multiplied by 3, another triplet. Multiplied by 4, another triplet, and so on. Is it clear, all of you? Similarly, 5, 12, 13, that does not have any natural number common factor. So if you multiply by 2, you will get 10, 24, 26. Multiply by 3, you will get this. Multiply by 4, you will get this. Multiply by 5, you will get this. Multiply by 6, all the list is not given here. These are just examples. This is multiply by 10. But multiply by 6, you will get another triplet. Multiply by 7, you will get another triplet. So multiplying by any natural number, you will get a new triplet. So now what you should learn from this, what is the takeaway? At least few Pythagorean triplet, if you can by heart, it is good. Minimum these three Pythagorean triplet. Not for today's class, for distance and direction, that will help. For distance and direction chapter, that will help. Is it clear? Pythagorean triplet idea? For right triangle only, Pythagorean triplet or Pythagoras theorem is applicable. Now another important shape, geometrical shape, is circle. Circle is not a polygon because polygon have finite number of sides. Circle have infinite number of sides. Or another interpretation is no sides also, we can say, because infinity is a very strange concept. We can't consider infinity as a number and say polygon have a lot of sides. That is wrong. Polygon have circle have lot of sides. That is wrong. Circle have infinite number of sides. Yes, that is correct. So circles, what is a circle? I hope all of you know. Circles have some property. Learning all these property are not important. With questions, I will explain about this. That will be better. but in the flashcard I have given this. Okay, so basically this much at least you should have overview of geometry. Now if you want to know more, anything more about geometry, like you were wondering in school what does this theorem means or what does this geometrical concept means, if you have any such doubts like that, you can ask now. Otherwise, with UPSC CSAT questions, I will introduce what all areas of geometry UPSC was particularly fond of. Yeah, now I have told some areas now. Those are the major areas from which questions were asked. But there are few more types of question that is frequently asked. For example, tiling question. That is a favorite type of question of UPSC CSAT. But there is no too many plenty of questions that we can devote a single lecture on UPSC CSAT. That many lectures are not there also. That is why tiling we'll discuss in today's class. If today class we are not completing this first geometry lecture, one more lecture will be added to this geometry topic. That is flexible. Please understand that even if I told there will be 30 lectures, if you have more doubts, if you want more insights, more lectures will be added for your doubt clearance or for your concept clarity. Now, new students, if there is any feedback, anything, please tell now. We are going to start our discussion of UPSC CSAT questions of this topic. All of you, please respond. I know many of you are watching recorded, but those of you are watching live, at least please respond. Old students also, definitely. New students, Lakshmi, Nadia, Bhavya, Chandra, and all of you. Is it clear? The things we discussed till now, is it clear? And complete course students also. Priya, Swami, Ashwati, Venkat, all of you. Respond, please. Clear? Yes. Okay. Then we will see questions. With questions, let us encounter more areas of geometry. So tiling is a favorite topic of UPSC. In 2024, no questions were there. 2023 questions were there. First, I will give you some concept clarity question. Then we will go to previous year question. Yeah. Some of you, when I show you a question and ask you to try, you will be confused. Okay, I don't know the theory of it. That is okay. I want you to try the question without maybe knowing any theory, or maybe you haven't seen such a question ever in your life, but still make a try, because that, what we can say, exam experience. In exam also, you may be seeing some questions that you are not much familiar at all. They will be creating question that may be from an area we have discussed, but that question is a totally fresh question or new question that your skills of problem solving is enough to solve the question. So that is why make a try with this question. Then we will have discussion of the theory or discussion of how to approach such questions. I will explain it. I'll give you 1.5 minutes. Make a try, all of you. If you're not getting, you can mention in the chat not understanding the question. That is also fine. Because after your attempt, when you hear the solution also, it will be easier to understand, because you have some idea that okay, I'm getting confused about this, that particular idea I will be explaining, so that way the concept clarity will be better. Okay, So I'll explain. A floor of size 13 by 24 is to be paved using square tiles only. So 13 by 24 means polygon wise that's a rectangle paved using square tiles only. So square is also another polygon. So in a rectangle you have to tile square tiles. What is the smallest number of tiles needed to do this? Again, each keyword is very important. Smallest number of tiles. For the tiles to be smallest, tiles number to be smallest, each tile should be as big as possible. Now, are you understanding this idea? Each tile should be as big as possible. Then only you can reduce the number of tiles. For example, if I don't have the criteria of smallest number, I can also put it like 1, let it be 13 by 24. What is the units? That is not mentioned, but I can just think centimeter. 13 centimeter into 24 centimeter. So this, let this be 24 centimeter, this be 13 centimeter. I can put a 1 by 1 square, that is 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, another 1 by 1, another 1 by 1, another 1 by 1. That way I could have tiled. It will perfectly fit. Like 24 tiles here, then another 24 tiles here, another 24 tiles. Likewise 13 rows. So 13 into 24 tiles. That is such a huge number. The options are 9, 6, 8, 15. So smallest number is asked. That is why this one by one squares are not allowed. I'm just giving you an idea how the example of a tiling. So to reduce the number, what you need, the biggest size tile. For example, 13 by 13 size. 13 by 13 size means square of side length 13. Can I keep it? Yes. If I can keep it means that tiling is okay. Is there space for it? That is what you have to know. 13 by 24 means 13 by 13. It is possible. Now, are you agreeing with this, all of you? Please respond. 2023, they have asked a little more tougher version of this. I'm showing you a simple version now. So if you understand this, then only you will understand that UPSC CSAT question. All clear? Now, how much length is remaining? 24 minus 13. 11 length is remaining. 13 breadth is remaining. This is 11. This is 13. Agreeing? In this, how big a square you can keep? You are allowed to place any size tile. But what is the biggest size possible? 11 side length square. Na? Look at this illustration. 11 side length square like this, because 11 here, 11 total 13 was there, but square only is possible. If you are allowed to keep a rectangle, 11 by 13 could have been kept and the tiling is completed, but that is not allowed. You are allowed to tile using squares only. So 11 side length square you have kept. Now how much length or breadth is remaining? 13 means this is only 2 remaining. This is 11 remaining. 11 by 2. 11 by 2 means you can keep two side length squares, because that is the maximum breadth available. Length or breadth, which is the minimum, that is the size of the square. That is what you can understand from this. Are you understanding? Now still there is an untiled area. This was 11. You have used 2 means 10. So 1 centimeter remaining. That's why you cannot keep one more 2 by 2 square, because that will overlap. Now that's not a proper tiling. It will go beyond the area. Floor is only till here. Then how you can keep another 2 side length square? That's why you have to go for another size. What size? 1 by 1 like this. 1 by 1 like this. That means, look at this picture. I will keep 2 more tiles, 1 side length tiles. So this is the final arrangement. Is this arrangement clear to all? So now count how many tiles are there. Question is asking number of tiles. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it is tricky, but once you practice this kind of a question, this becomes easy. For a non-math background student, I'm not claiming that geometry is an easy chapter, but it can be made easy. Invest some time on this chapter, you can easily make it. Raise hand feature. Bhavya, shall I add you? Once again confirming, raise hand is a feature where you can ask your doubt through the audio. For asking the doubt through the chat, you can directly post it in the chat. Because maybe you can be confused what is raise hand feature. That's why I'm repeating. Bhavya, shall I add you? You can start asking your doubt through the audio, through the microphone. You can ask your doubt. Okay, by mistake. Then no problem, no problem. Yeah, I understand that raise hand icon is placed such a way that you by mistake also you can click it. That's okay. Just when you are using raise hand feature to ask the doubt through the audio, just confirm in the chat also so that it will be easy for me to identify and add you for asking a doubt. Okay, the solution is clear to all. Please respond. Now, this question can have many variations. For example, here the question is asking tiles, but instead of that, they can ask identical tiles. What is the difference? Identical tiles means the size of each tile should be same. Identical tiles. Here, this size is biggest size. This is another smaller. This is even smaller. This is even smaller. If it is identical tiles, you are not allowed to do that. Identical tiles. Yeah, think about it. I will add it in this PDF. The answer for that also will be there. You can go through it. Now, due to lack of time, I will show you a UPSC CSAT question of this type, which is little more difficult than what I have shown you now. But with the idea I told you, you can do this. So, one second, I'll do one thing. Show you. Okay, try this itself. Latest question we'll see. 2023 CSAT question this was. Please try this. The idea I taught, use it here to take little more time because the length and breadth is little more confusing one because this is 4 meter, 2.2 meter. So for what I will first suggest you is meter, you convert it into centimeter. And in case you are not aware, centimeter and meter, 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So using that, you can convert. And one more difference is in the previous question, you are allowed to choose any tile that you want. But here they have given the size of the tile. You can't deviate from that. And the size is rectangle, not square. Yeah, normally I always tell to students, I'm not here to spoon feed you. I'm here to tell you where the spoon is. So the previous question I have shown you not to tell you that the same type question will come. You can just by heart that solution. No. The question will be different, but the idea you learn from that question will help you to make a solution for a new random question. That is what I'm trying to help you out with, because UPSC is very skilled enough to create random new questions. Very rarely they have repeated dicto same question. Dicto same questions also can happen, but out of 80 questions, dicto same questions will be like 5 to 10 question maximum. That is not enough to clear the exam anyway. So don't attend this course to learn solutions to new questions. No, that won't happen here. That will happen only for few questions, which if you are lucky, few questions will be dicto same question. Just the numbers are changed, nothing else is changed. For example, clock problem, there is a question that what is the angle between hour hand and minute hand? That same question got repeated many times. I will be teaching you that in clock problems. But that overall total number of questions like that repeated is less. But by learning the concept, you can easily make a new solution for a new question of that type. Like this question, you can make a solution out of the previous question. Take some time. It is trickier, but take some time. Make an attempt. If you're not getting answer also, it's okay, but make an attempt. Making an attempt is part of the learning. Again, let me tell you this, to those people who believe that CSAT is like your GS1 itself. No, CSAT is not like your GS1. The learning methods that is needed for GS1 and CSAT are definitely different. So don't just attend this class for getting solutions for question. Think that you are also part of this training. You trying the question is the first step. You identifying, okay, these are the challenges I have while trying the question. That is part of this training. So please don't miss that part. and those who are watching me recorded videos also, don't skip to that part where the solution starts and listen to that. That is not the process. The process is you trying the question and then listening to the solution. So please don't break this process and go for shortcut. I know time is a problem. That's why I'm not burdening you with 1.5 hour lecture or 2 hour session. 1 hour daily. So that please religiously follow this pattern, that try the question, then only listen to the solution. That is important. Okay. So due to lack of time, I will start explaining. Hope all of you read the question and made a initial try at least. Now we will try it together now. So a rectangular floor measures 4 meter in length and 2.2 meter in breadth. So you can draw a rough picture of that rectangle, but try to keep the proportion. Otherwise you will get confused. If this is 400 and this is 220, don't draw it something like this, that this is 400 and this is 220. No, proportion wise 400 should look much bigger than 220, na? Almost double. So if you keep that proportion, there will be clarity in each step. Now, why I write 400 and 220? Because I converted meter to centimeter. Because here the size of the tile is in centimeter. Moreover, this is a fraction. Avoiding fraction is better. 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So 4 meter is 400 centimeter. 2.2 meter is 220 centimeter. Multiplying by 100. So now you are supposed to put tiles of 140 by 60. So let us try putting one tile like this, 140 by 60. So 140 length and 60 breadth I have taken. Now reality check what happened there. 140 in the length is taken up out of total 400. So how much is remaining? 400 minus 140. 240 is remaining. That means you are 260 is remaining. So you are allowed to put one more 140. Can you put one more 140? Yes. Because 140 plus 140 is 280. Still, there is space for 120 centimeter. 120 centimeter means you cannot horizontally place a tile like this, because that will overlap or that will be going beyond the area. That's why this and this is fine, but now you can repeat it in the second row, third row, etc. This is 60, so one more 60 will make 140 60, 140 60 here, 140 60 here, 140 60 here. Now after that, breadth wise 60 60 60 means 180 done. Total is 200. That means only 20 remaining. Only 20 remaining. All of you understood why only 20 is remaining? 20 only remaining means you cannot keep one more 60 there. You cannot keep one more 60 there. So that is important. Just a minute. Adjust this slide a bit. Okay, so this is only 20 remaining. So keeping one more tile is not possible here. So the tiled region is 140, 140, 280 length and 60, 60, 60, 180 breadth. So remaining is 20 here and here. That means 20 by 280 area here. And here it is 60 plus 60 or 120 here and breadth is 180. Now is the trick. Some of you may be thinking that these six, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 tiles are done. Question is asking maximum number. Na? That means wherever possible you have to fit in more tiles. But how you will put one more tile here, space is not there. Na? That is horizontally you cannot keep, but vertically you can keep. Na? Like this. As this is 60 and the dimension of the tile width is or breadth is 60. Putting it vertically like this, 140 by 60 is possible. This is 140 and this is 60. 140 means total this breadth is 200. Na? So keeping a 140 is totally fine. So two tiles like this you can keep it here. After 140 here 60 is remaining. But this region fully if you consider that is 60 by 120 only. 60 by 120 means one more 140 by 100, 140 by yes, Ashwati. Sorry. I told it by mistake. This is not 20 because not 200, 220. Na? Sorry. So 40 is remaining. 40 is remaining. Yeah, 40 also won't change the answer because this is 40 by 280. 40 by 280 means there is no space for a 60. There is space for 180, but space for 60 is also needed. Na? That's why this region, even if it is untiled, you cannot use it further. And otherwise, you have to break the tile. That is not allowed. This area also, this is 120 by 60, not 60, 80. Even if it is 120 by 80, fitting a 140 is not possible. That is why it is not possible to use this area also. So this also will be unused. Is it clear, all of you? Please respond. Yeah, it was 220. That's why I, by mistake in between, told it is 200. That is wrong. Solution is clear. All of you, please respond. Yeah, I agree. It is a tricky question. All questions won't be easy. Yeah, still, if you think this question is difficult for you in exam hall, you can skip it also. But for some of you, at least, this question is doable. That depends on many factors. Yeah, I will say math phobia is one big factor. Some people, how much we train, some questions we have a phobia that in school that chapter was so badly learned that even if you start to learn, that phobia will pull you from that. But you can come out of it if you can spend some time. So how much time you have to invest on it, that is also a factor. I will be giving you similar questions to practice. So try that also. See whether by trying that question you can come out of that phobia. If you have understood this, spend some more time to practice this. That is what I will recommend. So is it clear, all of you? Yeah, many of you told it is clear. Hope all of you are clear. So this was a 2023 PYQ of this chapter. This was a 2018 PYQ, but this is much easier. This is much easier. Little different from previous question, but it is easier question. Make a try. We'll be discussing one more question and finishing today's lecture. New students, your feedbacks will be very helpful for me, whether you are understanding concepts. Accordingly, we can plan the upcoming lectures. All students, I already know their requirements, how much I should explain, what are the areas that I should repeat and all I already know. But new students, your feedback will be very helpful, especially students who are attending this live. Please watch in post in the live in the chat your experience regarding today's lecture, what more you expect, or what is the challenges that you are identifying. Whatever you want, you can mention in the chat. Any feedback I will mention, just a one word feedback that you understood also, it's okay, but put some feedback in the chat before the class ends. and those of you watching recording, you are welcome to let your feedback or let your concerns post in the group. New students, if you are not aware, in your course page in the announcement section, you can find the link to join the exclusive WhatsApp group and Telegram group connected to this course. So I will recommend join that, because that is where you can post your doubts, post your concerns, and if any of your friends post, friends means students of this batch post the doubts, you can answer those doubts also. That is also a way of learning things better. When you start teaching others, you will learn better. So if you are clear about a concept, try to help out others who post doubts regarding the concepts. And any updates of the class also you will get from that WhatsApp group and Telegram group. So try this question. Here the idea of area is also there, but it's a basic geometry question only. Okay, due to lack of time, I will start explaining. 12 equal squares are placed to fit in a rectangle of diagonal 5 centimeter. So look at this picture. With this question picture, you will understand. So here the idea of Pythagorean triplet is also involved, which I have already told you now. So it's a square are placed. Diagonal is 5 centimeter. This diagonal is 5 centimeter. Diagonal is 5 means an example you can take is this being 3, this being 4. This is a right triangle now. So this diagonal is nothing but hypotenuse of the right triangle. So taking example 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and this being 5 centimeter is perfectly okay. If you ask me whether any other possibility, yes, there is other possibility, but for that, this won't be natural numbers. That's why taking 3, 4, 5 is the best example. For that, knowing the Pythagorean triplet 3, 4, 5 will help you there. That's the important thing of, that's the importance of Pythagorean triplet. Now, once you know the dimension of the rectangle, it is easy to fill this. 12 equal squares are there. Equal square means identical tiles. I told you identical tiles question can be asked now. Here it is identical. So 4 centimeter means 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. Here 1, here 1, here 1. That is identical squares. So squares of side length 1 centimeter. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 will make a 3. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 will make a 4. So this arrangement perfectly works now. So making this arrangement was the first criteria. Now finding the area of the square. Yeah, in the mensuration chapter, which is the next topic in geometry, we'll be discussing area of a square is side length square. Side length is 1, so 1 square. So 1 centimeter square is the answer. Hope it is clear to all. Please respond. Is this clear? So that was a 2018 BYQ. One more question we'll discuss and complete today's lecture. This was a 2022 BYQ. Two statements are there. So carefully try it. I'll give you 1.5 minutes to try. Okay, so I'll start explaining. Consider the following statement with respect to a rectangular sheet of length 20 and 8. Here, nowhere it is written tiling, but this is the idea of the tiling itself is here. So 20 by 8. So I will draw the picture. 20 length and 8 breadth. 20 length and 8 breadth like this. It is possible to cut the sheet exactly into 4 square sheet. Instead of cutting, if you write, it is possible to tile the sheet exactly into 4 sheets. That is also fine, so that you can relate it to the previous question. So tiling with exactly 4 square sheets, is it possible? 4 square sheet does not mean identical sheets. That's why I told you every keyword is important. Identical sheets, it is not possible, but non-identical sheets, this is possible. How? Look at this. 8 now. This is 8 breadth. So 8 side length square you can place. One more 8 will make us 16 out of this 20. So how much is remaining? 4. That means you have to use a 4 side length square here. One more 4 side length square because this breadth is 8. So this arrangement is totally possible. Now, yeah, after looking at this figure, I hope it is very clear. But initially, when we are seeing this for the first time, yes, it is confusing. So what is the strategy you have to use? Draw the picture and see what is the requirement. 8 breadth should be completed. So 8 side length square is needed. Otherwise, some space will be left in. We want only 4 square sheet. Now you may be thinking, why can't we start with 4 by 4? Then to complete this itself, you need 4 square sheets. Total 4 square sheets only are possible. So that won't be possible. That's why 8 side length squares are needed. Is it clear, all of you? So this way you can understand. Now it is possible to cut the sheets into 10 triangular sheets of equal area. Equal area means identical triangular sheets. That is where the idea of polygons will help you. Rectangle, if you cut it diagonally, you will get 2 identical triangles. This understanding, if you have, it is very easy. If you cut a rectangle diagonally, you will get 2 equal triangles. Now, this is 20 breadth length and 8 length, 8 breadth, sorry. So 20, if you divide it equally into 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That means 5 by 8 rectangle. That means total how many rectangles? 5 rectangles. Each rectangle you diagonally cut it. So 5 plus 5 total 10 triangles you will get. These 2 triangles are identical. Now, are you getting it? First you divided it into 5 rectangles. Those of you are unclear, I will just draw it fresh on this itself. You are first dividing this equally. 20 divided equally means you can divide it, not 5, 4. My mistake. 4 centimeter. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. This is 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 into 5 rectangles of 4 by 8 dimension. Then you cut it diagonally. Each rectangle will create 2 triangles each. So total 10 triangles of equal area. That means this is also correct. This is also correct. Both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. It's a statement type problem. Last few years, statement type problem, data sufficiency type problems are asked in multiple chapters. So is it clear? So these were the latest question asked from this topic. These all solutions you will be getting as PDF. So those of you are part of this course, all these things you will get as PDF. That's why I'm telling you don't have to waste more time on note preparation. We have already done that for you using flashcards and using this solution slides. So geometry, we need more time. That's why one more geometry related lecture. After that, mensuration, there will be a separate lecture also so that you get more clarity. So that's the idea. Now, if any of your doubts, please ask. Yeah, today's lecture is got a little lengthy because initially I had to explain about how the course proceeds and all for the new students. But normally we will complete in 1 hour itself, 5:30 to 6:30 itself. 6:30 we will complete. Excuse me for today for extending the lecture. So any other doubts, please ask. And those of you who join the course, and if you feel that this course is useful for you, please let your friends know about this course, because I am 100% sure that this is the most affordable UPSC CSAT course in India. Yeah, there are other free classes, but that is not a complete course with study materials and all. In my YouTube channel also, I have given a free class for UPSC CSAT. But updated study materials, mock test, and other things are not part of it. And that is a course that was completed before previous UPSC exam. So the latest questions are not there. So this is the course where most updated course with most updated study material, practice worksheets, and you can have a live interaction in the class and get your. So this is the most affordable live complete course. Recorded video course may be there at lower at this price or maybe higher price, but the lowest priced live complete course. Some of you have asked also, maybe some of you who are attending the class also, maybe you have asked, the price is in fact less than 1,000. Yes, the reason is we are starting it for the first time in through my platform. I was platform part of plenty of platforms in India, Unacademy and other platforms or other institutes in India, that is in Kerala, Bangalore, Delhi, etc. But through my own platform I'm starting. That's why I want maximum students to get benefited and maximum students to be part of the platform. Thereby I will also get to know what students exactly want. So before this May exam, till this May, for this May exam, we are offering the course at nominal price. We are not even thinking about the revenue we are generating. That is not the part of this course at all. The objective of this course is we also want to know how students are getting benefited, what extra we need, so that for 2026 exam we will be having a updated version of this course where the price will be more, but not much more compared to other bigger institutes, so that students can afford, but it won't be below 1,000. It will be a higher price for sure. So anyway, so if any of you your friends want to join the course at this least price, let them know about this course. That is a gentle request to all of you. So if you feel this course is useful, spread the word. That's my gentle request. If you can, share the course link to your friends also, because we are starting a new batch of this course next week also. So from coming Wednesday, most probably, new crash course batch. But geometry, as we are completing, that geometry will not be there in the crash course. Next topics onwards. So there'll be two less live classes in that course, and remaining live classes will be there. So that's a plan. So let your friends know about it. And if you have any doubts, or if you want to be part of our other platforms also, you can be. There's a YouTube channel of ours there. If you want year-wise previous year questions of UPSC CSAT, last 4-5 questions, 4-5 years questions, I have uploaded the solution of, so that you can check out year-wise if you want practice. Ashwati have mentioned understanding question is a little difficult. I agree with you, Ashwati, but after sir's explanation it seems very easy. So happy to hear, Ashwati. Thank you so much for the feedback. All others, your feedbacks are welcome. If you want, you can put the feedback in our group, or if you want personally, you can text your feedback also. If you don't want to put it in the chat, if you can positive or negative, all feedbacks are welcome. So that please take care of it. So that's it. Any other doubts? No? Then let's complete. Once again, reminding, only today's lecture was little lengthy. Otherwise, 1 hour, less than, before 1 hour, we will complete the session. I am ready to extend the lecture for any more hours, but I know your mindset when you're preparing for GS1. With the experience of teaching a lot of UPSC CSAT, UPSC aspirants, I know you need CSAT to be completed as less time as possible, but maximum outcome should be there. So that is kept in my mind when I'm curating each of the lectures. So, and the last few minutes when I'm explaining common things, if you want, you can skip that part and save that time. Even now, when I'm telling this instructions and all, this is just for new students for understanding. All students who are already familiar with this, you can skip this part. Any other doubts? No, right? So let's conclude. Thank you all of you. Take care all of you. Next class will be tomorrow. Geometry, second part. Geometry is first part only. Today's video will be available as a demo video also. So if any of your friends want to watch this as a demo video in our YouTube channel, Christy's classes, this will be uploaded as demo video. You can guide them to check it out in our YouTube channel, or in our group also. I will post it so that you can share it to your friends. But next lecture, geometry, second lecture, where I will be discussing about counting of polygons, how to do it. Other geometry, permutation, combination, geometry, combined questions were asked in UPSC. All those things we'll be discussing in the next lecture. After that, mensuration, there will be a third lecture. So that's it. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a good night.